You know, in order to fully finish a game, sometimes you gotta do it wrong.
Everything you know is wrong.
There's a reason why I'm doing this, because...
To legitimately terrify me?
That, and, transferring course price save data to Book of Shadows is only one way to unlock the prologue to Blood Drive. The only other way? To get every single ending in episodes 1 through 7.
Which means...
You have to see every wrong end. All 26 of them.
Oh.
As well as all the true ends.
So, basically the game encourages failure.
It does.
And behind it...
is Seiko Shinohara.
Huh.
Yeah, we begin with episode 1's wrong ends. They're relatively similar to each other.
Well, similar to what happened in the first game.
In the original timeline.
Yes. So, basically, just fuck up.
Yeah, considering that you should know better.
If you actually played the first game first.
Well, you should.
If you didn't, I don't know why you're playing this.
Considering this game is a massive spoiler to the first game. And obviously, to fail this, you must use the bucket outside.
Yeah, that worked out well last time.
Except this time it's a bit different. She does manage to get to her just in time to use the bucket.
However,
there's a problem.
Well, let's just throw a rusted crank into that situation.
Or in this case, a rusted bucket. Yep, just like what happened in Chapter 1.
The thing I don't get is why she just didn't kick the bucket and then grab it. Instead of...
She's a girl, she's grossed out by this.
Yeah, but wouldn't kicking it be more sensible than, lifting up by hand and dumping it all out?
I don't know. I don't understand girls sometimes.
I don't understand Naomi half the time, but
then again, she's still one of my favorite characters, actually, because she's gone through a lot. Having gone through the darkening twice?
And yet
and almost a third time?
And yet still coming out fairly decent.
Well, with help from her loved ones, namely Seiko and Satoshi. So yeah, she does manage to get there just barely to use the bucket. So she uses it like a footstool. Or so you think, Miss Nakashima. She begins feeling around for the knot, but then... Yeah. Not only did the bucket break, she ended up pulling her body down and breaking her neck.
Almost, well, great job, Naomi. You Gwen Stacy'd her.
Unintentionally.
Just like Gwen Stacy. Yeah, she's kind of... Yeah, she's dead. She's deader than Disco right now. So somehow I can imagine Seiko being a fan of Disco.
And not just that, but she's all alone.
Once again.
She knew what was going to happen. She knew the consequences of what would happen if she failed, and yet she couldn't stop fate. Because after all, the 10 fates to court death. You won't be able to change fate. Now if Sachiko has anything to say about it.
No, no, you will not be able to change fate. Because, trust me, Sachiko has ways, and, well, she's god of this space and time and dimension, and she's pretty much extremely aware of everything.
Wrong end 1. And now, wrong end 2 of episode 1.
Aw, that's kind of lame.
I know, not like the wrong end animation of Corpse Party Repeated Fear,
where it just throws a hand at you.
Although, I will show at the very end of the montage, there is a game over screen that occurs if you reach 100% darkening.
Oh?
You'll see in the end of part 4 of the montage. And it's slightly creepy.
I imagine it will be.
So yeah, this can go in 2 different ways actually, this wrong end. Either you grab her body, or you think of something else 3 times. Because when you think of something else 3 times, that's when Nami realizes her time is already up. And the end result is the same. Like I said, you can't change fate. Now Sachiko has anything to say about it.
No.
So she tries grabbing her body, but something happens that renders that moot. Oof. She ended up kicking her. Whether inadvertently or on purpose, who can say? Then again, since she was hanging, she was just wildly thrashing about.
Yeah, that's the more likely alternative. Because right now she can't actually relatively see Naomi anyway, even though she knows that Naomi did it. So, yeah, it's pretty much the instinctive reaction of keep, of moving despite the fact that, if you just do it like that, it's kind of hopeless, even though...
Yeah. She did make it in time, maybe she couldn't. So yeah, slightly similar to Wrong End 1, but with a few noticeable differences in dialogue.
You can cheat all you want, but the thing is, you can't cheat death.
No matter how hard you try. Because, well, death is a natural occurrence in the cycle of life. There's nothing you can do to disturb it, or change it.
Oddly, Shadow Hearts 1 defied that trope.
But we're not in that, are we?
No, even though Shadow Hearts 2 actually falls through on death being inescapable, even though the ending of the second game is ambiguous. But the first game is basically that you have to find the 4 death masks and reverse Alice's fate. Mostly, you just have to find them in a certain place, have your malice reach full, and then beat the crap out of each of them in order. However, if you don't, you could just beat on them until you get the 4 ones anyway, and then fight all the men.
And now, episode 2, Demise. Oh god, so many ways to kill the cutie, so little time.
But it's so much fun. It really is.
For this one...
Look at the kid.
Either that, or try to leave, try to go up north, and then head back. And if you don't have the paper charm from classroom 3A, I believe it was, then you will get an instant wrong end. In short, the game traps you.
Because you didn't grab the special item in order to get by.
Yeah.
This sounds like a bad idea all around.
Yep, see? We're trapped. As we try to go back, Ryou will ambush us, no doubt. So yeah, watch what happens when we go back. Or at least try to. Huh? Ah!
Oh shit!
Got you!
God!
Bad touch! Bad touch!
I'd rather deal with the fucking incestuous killer twins!
The feeling is so warm. I think that's what he said. I want to feel more. As if he's trying to scalp her.
Not really. That would involve a knife of some sort.
Oh, but then again, these ghosts have unlimited strength. They could easily scalp a person.
More like just pull the top of their head, but...
Actually, Sachiko does that to Yuka in episode 6 if you give her the headband.
Yeah, I think I recall that.
And that leads to an instant true end, instead of the body pool. Oh, now she's getting strangled. But trust me, Wrong End 2 in particular, that is brutal. Then again, so is this.
Well, I gotta say, that was a nice jump scare.
Quite.
How can he be so strong? He's a denizen of this place. He's a prisoner, but at the same time, he's controlled by Sachiko. So, and Sachiko has the same thing, and oh, that didn't sound right.
No, oh God!
Ah! Backcracker!
Ow!
Snapped her spine in two.
Remind me to not hire Ryou Yoshizawa as a chiropractor.
Yeah. If he was going to be that in some future or other.
I doubt it. Ugh. Actually, something I noticed about the children in this game. Of the 3 children, Yuki actually speaks normally. Whereas the other 2 are missing their tongues.
Maybe that's because...
Because Yuki is the new Sachiko in the original timeline.
Yeah, and in a way it would make perfect sense because...
Oh God. And this is where it gets worse. A lot worse. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're quite dying, considering that you were strangled and then you were basically...
Not just that, but it's not just Ryou this time!
It's all the main it.
Well, no, even ones that were not children. I'm going to bet a lot of the spirits of the school, elementary, middle school, even senior high students. No matter what way you slice it, she's dead. Play it simple. Oh no, I don't like where this is going. What just happened? Oh God! They're treating her like a wishbone!
Make a wish and check it twice. Because Sachiko just is not very nice.
Well, never ever since she died.
Mayu, maybe you could pray for a sweet, innocent death at this point.
No, that in itself was worse than her actual death in this episode. Compared to this, her death in this episode was rather slightly tame. least there weren't as many.
I gotta wonder though, what the hell is going through the writer of this game's mind? It's just.
Well, I don't know. What? Then again, the scenario writer actually was also
Wrong end! No fucking shit!
The scenario writer was, I believe, one of the original people who worked on PC 98.
Ah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's much more brutal.
Then again, sequel escalation.
Then again, you gotta think of how fucked up it is to kill somebody in such a descriptive and just disgusting way.
Yeah. To get this wrong again, you can do this many different ways. You can either examine Ryou in Classroom 4A, keep out of the custodian's closet and stand your ground, or go inside the custodian's closet, only to step outside. Either way, the end result is the same. Oh boy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, stand your ground. Ah!
I can!
God damn it! And this is the only wrong end that features Yoshiki as the primary victim.
Considering that Yoshiki... Well, he actually had quite a few bad ends in the original game.
True, but this is his during Mayu's episode. And actually it's more frightening than you think. I know where we are.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Looks like the dissection room.
I think we're going to have a new anatomic model.
Oh, actually no. Yeah, way to not listen to her, blockhead. Then again, he was frightened.
Then again, also the fact that you kind of went into that situation rather stupidly. Yeah, you're in the bomb shelter.
Yeah, and he even deduces that, like, more specifically a mine or a bomb shelter or something.
Okay.
But that's not the most frightening thing.
Oh?
That's not... Yeah, wait. Let's see. Yeah, it was enough to send a shiver down even the most hardened spine, even one as much of a hard ass as him.
He's not that much of a hard ass compared to the other guy that we dealt with in the last episode, I think.
Yeah, but the scariest part is the fact that he remembers this place.
What?
Remember? They made their way down here in the original timeline?
Oh, yeah.
Just like how you remember the classroom they were in when they first encountered Ryou in the original timeline?
There... You can't escape.
And who better to tell you that?
Than Sachiko herself.
Yes, little miss bitch in the red dress.
And she's ready to play!
And so is her attack dog. And that... God, that smile. But what happens next is even more frightening.
And that's not all.
This is it. He remembers her name. Without even realizing it. He didn't even... How did he know who this was? Well, they did meet before. Or to more to the point, who was Sachiko? Well, she's right there.
Yeah, she's quite aware of everything that goes.
Like hell he will. No sell. Yeah.
What is that sound?
Well, what happened? Well, I'll tell you this much. His right ankle got smashed.
Oh!
Well, not every bidding, considering he was hesitant to kill Yuka in episode 6.
But that's the only exception.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, his right ankle.
Ah.
And he's fully aware and awake. So he's feeling all this.
That's the sound that you should be making.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It'll do no good for you to puke right here. Yeah, that kind of pain will make sure you don't fall unconscious easily.
That and the fact that you can't run away.
And that's not all. She's going to enjoy this, smashing every bit of him from the legs up.
So, it's hammer time.
I swear to God, that smile of hers is nightmare fuel in itself. Not that one, but her psychotic smirk. What?
If there was a face that looked so evil and so cute saying that, it would be hers. Jesus!
Yeah.
So... she is getting off on this shit.
No doubt. Still trying to be brave, huh? Actually, there's no point in that, because, well, she has ways of making you scream for your life.
She's become quite experienced.
It took every fiber of his being to resist. But even he has limits. Hmm? What?
おいデクノボ、こいつにさっきのを見せてやりな。
Yeah, he managed to say, okay. Yeah, the worst is yet to come.
Somehow I imagine it has to do with Ayumi, doesn't it?
Well, of course, it'd be the one thing
that would break him.
It would.
これなんだ?
Yeah, the one thing that will make him lose it. And the fact that he can do nothing to save her just adds to it.
No, you're not getting off that easily.
No, because Sachiko still wants to play. Yeah, not just yet.
Merciful! That's not a word I usually use to describe you.
Oh, just let me know. I'll be happy to oblige. And, oh god, this next statement. I could imagine that. And then, this.
その憎悪が死んでからも変わらなければ、お前も私になれるかもしれないね。
That was brutal. And now, we're on again 3.
That was very, very happy.
Yeah, for this one, try to reach the bucket. And trying to save Nana.
Yeah, and then... This will end well.
No, it won't. But there's a problem. He just can't reach. That's the last thing they want to do. Oh, yeah, it would.
Yeah, considering the kind of game and the kind of place this is.
Considering there is a science lab in the school.
Which... Sachiko seems to have a fun place in her heart for that room.
Yeah. What? Oh, great. There goes their chances of getting something to stand on. Then again, it's just like all the doors and windows of this place might as well be decorations. So thus, Mayu gets desperate.
And of course, that's when it all goes.
Yep, piggyback. What the hell with that? Yeah, that's the more important thing. It's just he's embarrassed, obviously. I don't blame him. Oh, not just that, but it's also very wobbly. Let's see. Yeah, no sudden movements. She does manage to reach it. Yeah, that's the hard part. Ugh, heavy. Wow, the only time I ever heard her utter a swear, actually. But then again, just justifiable. Wait, a solid, tangible weight? Oh dear. You may as well be a thing of cement in there. Or concrete.
So, that basically means, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to push off and end up killing her.
Nope, she just couldn't hang on. Because they planned ahead for this. Because, well, the handle? Yeah, it was slippery.
Sheesh!
Sachiko planned for this to the minutest detail. We were meant to find this girl, we were meant to try rescuing her, we were meant to fail miserably. This is all one big joke to someone. And it's, oh god. The worst part is what was in the bucket.
Ah.
And What was it? What was it? Oh. It was practically instant. Oh my god!
Oh!
Overkill much? But then again, it's Sachiko's mindset, there's no kill like overkill.
The only way she could have survived if she was fucking Mick Foley.
Who?
Mick Foley.
I don't know who that is.
Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack.
I've never heard of him.
He was a wrestler that did very, very crazy shit. Like,
I don't watch wrestling.
As Cactus Jack, his favorite weapon was a baseball bat with barbed wire around it.
I wouldn't know, dude.
And he ended up landing on tack several times, losing his teeth, so on. Yeah. Now, all that needs to make this wrong ending good is Sachiko just appearing going, and
seriously, these wrong ends are just the tip of the iceberg.
though honestly, you should use the wrong end footage from the previous game instead, because it just seems to fit better to me, because I just like the splat.
Anyway, wrong end 4 obviously involves the rope.
Which involves mostly having Yoshiki go down there. Yeah, the strength of two young middle-aged / high school girls. This should... No, it's not going to end well at all, is it?
Yeah, Nana does have a point.
You know, an odd thing occurs to me. It's funny how, you know, Book of Shadows uses a lot of tracks from the previous game, but it doesn't use the first chapter theme.
No, it doesn't.
Where it uses some of the other ones without really a problem.
Well, they use those mainly for cutscenes. Although that reminds me, in the soundtrack CD that will be with the limited edition of Blood Drive, apparently one of the tracks is going to be a live version of the Chapter 1 BGM.
Cool.
If I recall, yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out on July 24th. Speaking of which, folks, expect our commentary of the final episode to occur, or at least be uploaded on July 24th.
Which also happens to be Sachiko's birthday, isn't it?
Actually, no, that's the 19th.
Ah.
And what's scary is the fact that my niece was born on July 19th.
Keep her away from the scissors, man.
I do plan to. It's almost as frightening as in Persona 4, the day Nanako got kidnapped was the day my mother died. Actually, the exact same date! November 5th, 2011.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write it off as...
Very bad coincidence at the very massive bad.
Yeah, something along those lines at any rate.
Yes, yes, let's have a 17-year-old and a 12 to 13-year-old hold up a 17-year-old guy. Yeah.
Actually, Maya's 16 and Nana's 13. Actually, she's 14 in Blood Covered, but in Book of Shadows, she's 13.
Eh?
Don't ask me.
What?
I don't get it either.
And my brain exploded.
It's exactly the kind of reaction I would expect for you trying to apply logic to everything.
Well, I can't help it.
Well,
I just imagine anytime...
I know, it's just that trying to apply logic to everything, including games, takes the fun out of it.
I don't know, I just find it's more fun just to show me get frustrated and go, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, even if it does bug me.
I'm
just throwing that out there. Anyway, yeah. Wait a minute. This looks like the body pool. I just realized that. So yeah, he's in the bomb shelter right now.
This is what you get for trying to sequence break.
Or saying the wrong person down there. Who can say?
I would say 5.
No, because chances are heavily host the supernatural one probably came into existence after. Well, actually, maybe you could be right, because it may have existed shortly after Yoshi's death. Then again, we don't know for sure.
It could have existed in some form, and maybe it took the school as a form to express itself.
I got a feeling that we're gonna find out something to that effect, maybe in the final episode. Perhaps. How the hell do you tell someone their friend is dead? Yeah, no matter which way you slice it, the news is not easy to break to people.
Somehow I imagine this involves her going slightly crazy or somebody coming up and killing them while he's down here.
Well, the latter seems more likely. Perfume, maybe?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
With some kind of water liquid in it! Gee, what else would it be in a bottle?
A GD?
No. No, not Arabic enough. Or Arabian enough, rather.
Arabian Night.
Whoa. What? Oof.
And that went about as well as expected.
Yep. Not to mention, there goes the rope.
Wah, wah, wah.
So he's effectively trapped down there.
And effectively fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He's there than tank tops.
Yeah, what's the big...
Yeah, that.
Oh! She fell in here. No, more like she was tossed down here. Ugh. Ugh. And, oh god, that means Mayu's up there, all alone. Uh-oh. He can't. Oh dear. And the worst part is, there's nothing he can do.
Once again, Yoshiki is completely helpless to do anything at all.
Yeah. And he can't even see what's happening.
I'm gonna say hammer time?
Perhaps.
Or choky time. That seems to be a common thing.
That's the sound of blood gushing.
Well, they're really working on that M rating. Or is it an A rating?
No, it's an M rating. Again, I mentioned this before, but I dread to think how it'll be in Blood Drive on the Vita.
Oh God.
Considering that I should mention it'll be going back to the kind of the gameplay style of Blood Covered, but it's gonna be in 3D.
Oh, I imagine they'll still have the 2D cutouts.
No, perhaps. Oh God!
That didn't sound right at all.
Oh God. Most likely bludgeoned to a pulp. And again, we're just getting started.